Huh? What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy and I'm going to be doing my review for the new movie Jurassic World Dominion. So, this is the 6th movie in the Jurassic Park franchise and is supposed to be the big conclusion to the franchise and everything, the end of the Jurassic World trilogy, and just supposed to be the end of this franchise as a whole. And in this movie the dinosaurs are now roaming the earth and humans are having to try to figure out how to live with dinosaurs and stuff out and about in the world and everything. And this company kidnaps Blue's baby, and so Owen Grady and Claire are teaming up with Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler and Ian Malcolm to get Blue's baby back. And that's all I can really say about the story because I don't want to spoil it. That was stuff that was talked about in the trailers. There was a lot more to this movie. There was actually quite a few subplots going on. One of them involves locusts, and then there's stuff with this company that Biosyn, which was mentioned in the first Jurassic Park movie, and stuff is one of Engine's competitors that was trying to steal their information. You get stuff with them, and then both the old characters are on their own little new adventure, while the newer characters are on their own little adventure before they all come together at the end of it. And it's a pretty good movie, though. I enjoyed it for the most part. I don't think that it lived up quite as much to the hype, but I kept myself with lower expectations, so I didn't get disappointed, really. It was about as good as I expected it to be. It could have been better, and I kind of figured that I was going to feel that way. Getting all these characters together, I knew it was going to be something that was fun to watch, and it was, though. I just wish we could have gotten more of it. I wish that they would have met up in the middle of the movie, but I am glad, though, that our old characters did have their own little storyline. At least we got to spend a lot of time with both the old and the new characters and everything. In fact, it seemed like we spent a little bit more with the older ones, which was welcome, though, because getting to see Alan Grant back after 21 years is awesome. He's always been one of my favorite characters, and Ian Malcolm is actually acting like Ian Malcolm in this one. In the last movie, Fallen Kingdom, he didn't really seem like the Ian Malcolm we know, and he wasn't as sarcastic and stuff in that one. But this one, he's got his sarcastic jokes and stuff, and he's more like his how he was written in the first movie, which I thought was really cool. And I love that they added some elements that were in the books that weren't in the previous movies, which is something they try to do with each of them, I've noticed. I thought that was pretty cool. And I think this is a pretty decent movie. I know if you're going in here expecting nothing but dinosaur action throughout the whole movie, you're going to be disappointed, because this movie focuses more on the humans than it does the dinosaurs. And I can get where that's a big negative for people, but the movie would have gone boring if it was just them trying to escape from dinosaurs every 2 seconds and everything. It would have been boring. At least they were trying to do something new with this movie. That being said, I do think that it could have been a little bit better. The pacing is a little wonky. The movie's 2.5 hours and doesn't need to be that long. I don't think a Jurassic Park movie should be as short as Jurassic Park 3 or as long as this one. I think that it should stay around the 2-hour mark, or maybe just a few minutes over like the first couple movies. But the pacing just did not work for me. But I will say that I did enjoy it, though. The first act was pretty decent and stuff. They most of the first act they showed in the trailers and stuff, which I'm just glad they didn't spoil the entire movie and everything. They might have with TV spots that I haven't watched, because I've been avoiding TV, so this movie didn't get spoiled for me like the last one. I've been trying to avoid the marketing as much as I can on here, and it worked, because I was really surprised with a lot of things that they did in here. And there's a lot of things that they left out, like they left out a lot of the human stuff in the trailers, which did kind of suck, because then a lot of the best stuff you get with the dinosaurs you've already seen, but there is still a lot of really cool stuff with the dinosaurs that weren't in the trailers too. Now, I don't want to spoil the movie, but I'll just say that it was fun, and it wasn't the most satisfying ending for if this is going to be the last movie in the franchise. I wish it would have done a little bit more with it, found ways to make these characters interact together even more than they did and everything. But who knows, maybe we'll get a 7th movie and they'll go all Fast 5 on us and bring in even more characters and stuff. Who knows? I can see this franchise going off the rails like the Fast and the Furious franchise did, and I'll be there for the ride. You're never gonna be able to recreate the magic that was the first Jurassic Park movie, and this one is just another fun sequel in a fun franchise that didn't even need to be a franchise. This could have just been Jurassic Park and they could have left it alone and never made another sequel, but we got some fun movies. I don't think any of the sequels are near as good as the original, and this one's no exception. I'd hoped that maybe it would be able to recreate that spark and stuff, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. It's not the worst movie in the franchise, it's not the best either, it's just somewhere in the middle. You'll probably see it in the middle of my ranking somewhere, because it's not one of my most favorites in the franchise, but it's definitely far from the worst, and I've only seen it once, so it could always go up or down on rewatch. But all in all, I think that Jurassic World Dominion was a pretty good movie. It's a fun time, and it's a good turn your brain off movie. If you think too much about the story and stuff, you'll see plot holes and other things that are wrong with the movie, characters that just kind of disappear and everything, stuff like that. But if you can turn your brain off, it's still a fun movie and everything. It could have been better, but it could have been way worse too, and it, for the most part, is satisfying. So I'd say I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10, and I would recommend it if you're a fan of the other movies. If you're not a fan of where this series is going, you might not like it and everything, but I kind of found the way they were going with this franchise kind of interesting with the biosyn and all that stuff, so it doesn't really bother me like it's going to with some people if you're just wanting nothing but dinosaur action. But I did like that it focused on all of our human characters, and they did get moments to shine and everything, so there's that too. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Jurassic World Dominion, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.
Yeah!